This is the Shark Tank, where hopeful entrepreneurs get a once-in-a-lifetime chance to pitch the sharks in hopes of getting an investment to start, grow, or save their businesses.
I'm a treasure hunter.
So your total sales are what?
1.1 million.
Oh.
Wow.
The entrepreneurs must convince a shark to invest the full amount they're asking for.
There's a little sweet secret to our cinnamon rolls.
Here it is.
No.
Or they'll walk away with nothing.
Sometimes I invest because it's really cool, but I'm still a shark.
So are you holding firm at 25%?
It doesn't add up for me. I'm out.
If the sharks hear a great idea,
Wow.
You know about 100 of these if they make it look cool, Robert.
You're a pretty good salesman.
Maybe I'm a mini sharkette.
they're ready to invest using their own money. And they're willing to fight each other for a piece of the action.
We really like your idea.
I smell a counteroffer coming.
I'm really contemplating screwing up Robert's offer.
Here comes a royalty deal.
Here comes a blood-sucking offer. Silence, please.
Who are the sharks? They're self-made millionaire and billionaire investors who are entrepreneurs themselves. Kevin O'Leary is a venture capitalist who turned a $10,000 loan into a software business worth $4.2 billion. Barbara Corcoran went from waiting tables in Manhattan to building the city's preeminent real estate empire. Damon John is a fashion and branding expert who grew his homemade clothing line into the globally recognized fashion brand FUBU, with over $6 billion in retail sales to date. Robert Herjavec, the son of an immigrant factory worker, is now a technology mogul who sold his first internet companies for over $350 million. And Mark Cuban, notorious billionaire entrepreneur, tech guru, and the outspoken owner of the NBA's Dallas Mavericks. First into the tank is an innovative solution for the modern outdoor adventurer.
Hello, Sharks. I'm Anton.
I'm Roberto.
And I'm Artie. Our company is Oru Kayak, and we're here seeking $500,000 for a 12% equity stake. We all love kayaking, but we hate all the hassle of storing and transporting our boats. So what if I told you that that kayak folds out of this?
Wow.
So a few years ago, I set out to design a kayak that I could literally store inside my bedroom closet. And to do that, I looked back to an old childhood passion of mine, origami.
Wow.
That's pretty close.
So as you can see, the whole boat unfolds pretty magically out of a single seamless sheet, just like a piece of paper. Now this material is extremely durable, it's very sturdy, and it's extremely light. The whole boat weighs only 26 pounds. So as you can see, they're inserting these rigid bulkheads which give the kayak more structure. This orange piece here, which was the lid of the case when I walked in, now becomes the floorboard of the kayak that you sit on.
Well done.
They're sealing up the top seams. These are the only seams in the entire boat. They're completely watertight, so you're going to stay dry, even in rough water. So that's a little bit about how the kayak works. I'm going to hand it to Roberto to talk about what you can do with it.
Now, Sharks, I'm a former professional paddler, and I've tested this on flat lakes, big ocean waves, and even in whitewater rapids. The Oru kayak is fast and durable, great for an expert-level paddler like myself, but it's stable, comfortable, and easy to use, which is perfect for beginners. I've told you a bit about the boat. Artie's going to tell you some more about the company.
In 9 months, we launched the company, created a manufacturing line, and are shipping all around the world. Now we need a partner to help us scale up manufacturing to meet the demand. So, who wants to jump in the water with us?
Wow.
Good, good, good.
Well done,
Excellent,
guys.
excellent.
Thank
Well
you.
done.
So seriously, you guys want to take a try?
Yeah, man.
Sit in it,
Yeah.
lift it up. So it's about half the weight of a comparable plastic or fiberglass boat.
And it's completely watertight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I try it?
You can hop in, please, yeah.
Is it as strong as fiberglass?
pretty strong. Yeah, we'll show
Pretty
you.
strong or as strong?
As strong.
Get out of my way.
Can we splash him?
You got an adjustable footrest inside that you can adjust just like a regular kayak.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, it feels very, very solid. I was
pretty
expecting it to
comfortable.
feel flimsy.
Yeah.
Not in the least.
Yeah, you know about 100 of these if they make it look cool, Robert.
How many have you sold?
We sold 1,228,
Good for you. At what price?
$1,100.
So your total sales are what?
1.1 million.
Good for you.
And how have you sold them? To who and how?
We sell primarily direct online right now at our website, and it's going direct to consumer.
What does a typical kayak sell for?
For a boat comparable in length, size, and dimensions, our best-selling boat in the same range sells for about $10.49.
So it's roughly the same price.
About the
as
same as that, yeah. So-
Is there any other collapsible boat out there?
There are a few, but they're very expensive, usually $4,000 or $5,000. They're much heavier, and they're much harder to put together.
What's it cost you to build one?
Right now it costs us $505.
Wow, a lot.
It is a lot, and that's why we're looking for your money.
Now, what do you think is the lowest you can get it at?
We think we can get it to $350 within the next year. Right now it's quite labor intensive. We're looking to replace some of those labor intensive handmade parts for automation, equipment, and assembly optimization to just get them out much faster as well as cheaper.
I'm a big car guy. I love design. What I find in the car world is if you're unique and more beautiful, there's a price point.
Right.
I'm struggling with why aren't people willing to pay more for it? Because it's beautiful.
We get both questions, why doesn't this cost $500 and why doesn't this cost $1,500? So what we were trying to do is appeal to the general population as well.
What's your projection for next year?
Projection for next year is $4 million in revenue.
You're going to go from 1 million to 4 million?
to 4?
Well, we're going to hit, by end of the year, we're going to hit 1.4 million.
Guys, I'll get things going. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm not a big outdoors guy, and I've never been in a kayak in my life, so it's not really a great fit. So for that reason, I'm out.
Thank you.
The big issue with this deal is I don't think 500K is enough to automate the manufacturing process. Some of the equipment you need is very expensive. It's an interesting product, but to me, it's not developed enough on a manufacturing logistics point of view to know how this thing scales and how fast it can scale. For that reason, I'm out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
I'm challenged with this because I love it and I want to give you the money. The unknown is the manufacturing. You know, my business, we're really on tight margins, so
Right.
if we can save 25 cents on a pair of jeans, we'll fly around the world to do that, right?
Right.
So it's a touch too early and I can't help you with this, and I'm kicking myself, but I'm out.
I'm not trying to push it, but I would say I think we've done a pretty amazing job of getting the manufacturing off the ground from scratch, you know, from a prototype.
Dealing with it at a $1 million business and dealing with it at a $20 million business is night and day.
You know, I own 2 kayaks that I never use. But for some reason, I'm dying to have this kayak. I think it's like a status symbol. I really want to show off about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's half the sell. It really is.
Yeah.
It's sexy and cool. But here's the rub. I love to get involved with my businesses and help them however I can, other than investing the money. I can't imagine what I could do with this. I'm out.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, yeah.
Robert?
And the only adventure-loving guy up
Adventure
here,
and design-loving guy.
definitely a customer. A lot of risk on the manufacturing side. I think Damon's right. I think you have a lot of unanswered questions out there. But I got to tell you, I made an investment in a product I just thought was really cool, Cord Buddy, and we did great on it. So sometimes I invest because, you know, I'm a shark, and I want my money back, and it's grrr. And sometimes I just think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm still a shark.
Right.
Right.
500,000 for 25%.
That's cutting your valuation in half.
Four sharks are out. Oru Kayak has an offer on the table from Robert.
500,000 for 25%.
That's cutting your valuation in half.
25. All right. So Robert, we really love your enthusiasm, and we've always wanted to have people involved who really understand the design behind this, the brand value that we've created. What do you think about 15% of a seat on the board, and we can do due diligence to get you out to the factory?
Of course I'm going to get a seat on the board,
Right.
number one. Of course we're going to go see the factory, and of course I'm going to bring in people that I trust that manufacture other things to help you guys. I'm not sure any of that stuff changes.
So are you holding firm at 25%, or do you have room to move?
That's my offer. I'm not interested in a counter at 15%.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
All right. So Robert, would you take 20%?
No. You know, guys, if it's worth it to you at 20, it's worth it to you at 25. 500,000 is a lot of money. That's my offer. I'm not trying to, you know, negotiate you out of it. That's the offer I feel comfortable with.
All right. Well, we'd love to have you. And
All right, wow. All right. Excellent. Thanks, guys. Yeah, nice job.
Thank you.
Good job, guys. Well done. Great
Well
product.
presented.
Great product.
Thank you.
Good job, Robert.
We're pretty excited. It feels like great validation to just have Robert love the product so much and really have that be the guiding force behind his decision.
In Season 4, Sabin Lomack and Jim Salikas made a deal with Barbara for their food truck business, Cousin's Maine Lobster.
$55,000 for 15%.
Barbara, welcome to the family.
Thank you.
Come on over here.
Let's see what they're up to now.
When we first came on Shark Tank, we had $150,000 in sales. On our last update, we had $700,000. And now, just a year later, we're approaching $3.5 million in sales.
Let's cook in.
30 new applicants in Seattle.
When we started out, it was our goal to be the name and the face of Maine Lobster. Right now, we're taking that step with franchising our trucks nationwide.
We are here today
To deliver our first truck to our first franchisee, Gil. He loved our concept and brand and plans on taking the truck to Phoenix, Arizona. We have a little surprise, too.
Hey, guys.
Barbara has always believed that franchising our business is the way that we're going to make it.
Wow.
Running a successful business isn't just about keeping all your profits and money, it's about giving back. So we created our own foundation called Cousins for a Cause.
Welcome to Big Brothers Big Sisters.
We chose Big Brothers Big Sisters to share our profits with because of the personal connection that I have with their organization. I was a little brother growing up, so the foundation means a lot to me. It was such a huge part of my life growing up, and now I have a little brother named Lawrence. What kind of theorem is that? Pythagorean theorem. Boom! Now I get to hopefully send him in the right direction, just like my big brother did for me.
Woo! These guys are tomorrow's billionaires, and more important than that, they're going to be happy billionaires because they know how to give back. What we have here are two great entrepreneurs that are giving back and making a ton of money. I mean, this is the American dream. Here we come, Phoenix.
We're so lucky to have made a deal with Barbara. Bottom line is, she cares. She's a part of our family, and now we're a part of hers.
I'm from Solana Beach, California, and I'm the owner of Bonafair. California is the perfect place to start my business because it's the hub of America's wine country, and it's also the hub of health and fitness, which are two key aspects to my product. Cheers. My past career involved a lot of business trips where there was a lot of wining and dining, and I needed something that wouldn't pack on the calories and wouldn't leave me feeling groggy the next morning. We have the Sauvignon Blanc and the Syrah. Currently, my business is a grind. I'm doing everything from store deliveries to managing the website, and it's really tough to compete with the big alcohol companies out there.
We have the capacity to do up to 10,000 cases a month for you.
I've pretty much risked everything to start this business. I quit my job, I cashed in my 401k, ran up credit cards, and I even went back to bartending nights so I could work during the day. If I don't get a deal from the Sharks, I honestly don't know what's going to happen. We're running out of money, and we're looking at possibly having to close the doors in a few months if I don't get this investment. So I have everything on the line right now. My name is Jayla Siciliano, and I'm the founder of Bonafair. I'm looking for $150,000 for 35% of my company. Okay, now I'm going to guess that most of you sharks like to drink wine and also care about your health. I'm one of over 50 million Americans who feels the same way. And in my past career, there were tons of dinners and parties, and I love to have fun, but I couldn't afford to wake up feeling groggy in the morning. So I started adding soda water to my wine, but I found I could socialize longer and I would feel better the next morning. And that's when it hit me. I knew this was needed on the market. So I quit my job and I decided to go for it. And that's when Bonafair was born. Bonafair is the first premium wine spritzer with California wine, purified sparkling water, and electrolytes. With 0 added sugar and 6.5% alcohol, I'd love to give you some samples, and I want to remind you that this is not a replacement for a full-bodied glass of wine. This is a lighter alternative. Think of it as the best sparkling water ever, because it has wine in it.
Are you okay with that?
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Cheers, Barbara. You?
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Toast. Kev?
Cheers. Jayla, if I ordered a normal glass of red wine, your product, how many calories?
So this has half the calories of regular wine.
What is the purpose of the electrolytes that you mentioned?
You know, we make no claims. It's alcohol, it's not wheatgrass. So we always say the electrolytes are in there because why not? And from personal experience, I find that they do help, but interesting enough...
But help with what? I'm not sure I understand the concept.
Countering the negative effects of alcohol.
Less of a hangover.
Yeah, Griffith University in Australia actually just did a study at their health institute on how electrolytes added to beer actually do hydrate you more than regular beer.
Have you drank enough to really test the hypothesis?
I have.
Is anybody up here a wine spritzer drinker? Because I'm not.
I am, yeah.
How does it compare?
It tastes to me less sweet than a spritzer. Do men ever drink a spritzer?
Yeah, they do. In the summertime.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. In the summertime, a rosé wine with ice in it started in the south of France and Saint-Tropez back in the 50s. It's now extremely popular in North America.
Jayla, who is the target customer?
So the target customer is a woman who has a really busy either career or she's a mom. She likes to drink wine at least a few days a week, but she has to wake up super early the next morning.
So she can drink your product, not get a hangover. She feels better the next day, but she's comfortable in the social setting.
Yeah,
this is kind of like a skinny margarita alternative, right?
Yep. Right now we're selling in 10 Whole Foods from LA to San Diego. We just went into our first Albertsons. We're approved to go into 3 more Whole Foods, and we're approved for 5
Because you
more
only have
Albertsons.
clearance in California at this point.
And how much have you been selling in those stores?
We've sold about $11,000 in the last 6 weeks. We just launched it.
Oh, this is brand new. You're 6 weeks old.
Brand new.
Did you design this bottle? I think I wouldn't mind having a closer look, but it's very elegant. Is that your background? Are you a designer of some sort?
Yeah, I did product development and design for footwear and bags for 7 years.
Jill, how much money did you put into this?
I've personally put in $30,000. As I said, I quit my job, and I've been doing everything I possibly could to make ends meet. I went back to bartending, and when I had no resources left, I ended up going out and pitching investors.
Did you get any investors?
I did. I ended up getting $450,000.
Oh,
wow.
From who?
From 2 private investors that I didn't know beforehand. I got a $2.61 million valuation on that first round. I did.
You're a pretty good salesman.
Maybe I'm a mini Sharkette.
No kidding.
And today you're asking $150,000 for 35%.
So you're diluting your original shareholders.
The whole company believes a partnership with you guys would be worth it.
Wow.
You've run out of money.
So let me explain what happened. So basically, we got that 450. It was off to the races. Let's go. I had a bottler in Michigan who had a really great reputation at the time.
Something must have gone wrong.
It did. It went very, very wrong. Our initial production run, we lost about 90% of it due to leaky caps.
Why did it leak?
They basically didn't put them on there correctly. It was very devastating, obviously, after all that. Our existing investors actually put in another $150,000.
How much money was lost in that little faux pas?
We lost over $100,000 worth of inventory.
So when they put in another 150, the total is still 450.
Nope, the total to date is 700,000. So they put in more, our existing investors. Our goal is to grow this. We think there's potential for an acquisition down the road. You look at all the coconut waters that have been acquired.
Because it's just like coconut water, right?
Got to get to 10 million. 10 million in sales.
I agree.
Required.
Yeah, coconut water.
This is an amazing category. It's just the amount of money
Jayla,
that you're going to need for this is massive.
Well, there's lots of beverages that have grown out there grassroots style. And the benefit, I mean, we saw Skinny Girl Margarita pave the path for the low calorie, but
very, very, very rare. Hypnotic, skinny girl, very rare. She had hundreds of hours of television, and she really hit a certain audience that didn't expect it. You can't touch this market without even $5 million to get started. I know this journey very, very hard, and I've already lost my shirt on one deal like this.
David, you can help me get those endorsers.
I couldn't help myself. I'm out.
I don't understand how you raised $700,000 from investors for a value of $2.6 million, and now, because I'm a wonderful human being and a shark, I get a value of $420,000 for the company.
Well, I know our sales are low.
It doesn't add up for me. It tells me that perhaps there's bigger challenges. I'm out.
Okay. Thank you.
Jayla, who's the #1 buyer of wine in this country? On Earth?
Women?
No, Costco.
Oh, Costco, yeah.
So, west of Mississippi, there's one buyer right here in California. Why don't you go see her?
Costco?
Yeah.
I would love to. It took me a year to get into Whole Foods.
And she might listen to your story and give you a test. And it's only one buyer for the largest buyer of wine on Earth. Just one phone call.
No, I'm not opposed to it at all.
Kevin, are you going to marry her or make
No,
her an
but
offer?
I'm trying to help her because I'm in her business, but I
I think you
understand.
could help me get that.
No, I know,
meeting.
but it's, you know, you're in a difficult situation because you've taken down a lot of investor dollars to try and build a whole new category in the wine business. But I think you've got a tough road ahead. That's exactly what you should do, and I never give advice, but I know this space very well. Go do that, and good luck to you. I'm out.
I am amazed that you were able to raise $700,000 from your investors.
Wasn't easy.
Right. You're an amazing salesperson, truly. But I really think you have a double sell. Sell the category, sell the brand, and I think it's going to be a heck of a long haul. It's going to take so much more money, and I'm just not willing to put that money in. I'm out.
Mark, I've put everything I have into this. I'm laser focused. I am 100% dedicated. I'm the most resourceful person you'll come across.
What's the one thing you need?
The one thing I need, exposure and contacts. It took me, as I said, a year to get into Whole Foods. I know I'll get a distributor. I know I could get into Costco if I really try, but I know that with your help, I could get there a lot faster.
Okay. I like you. I'm not an expert in the wine business, but I like the category. I'll make you an offer. I'll offer you the $150,000 for 35%.
Mark, I will take it.
You are a tough negotiator.
I am. I'm tough as hell.
Thank you so much.
I'm excited about it. My wife would love it too.
I don't think Mark gets the concept of Shark Tank.
You take small businesses and you make them into big businesses. That's the concept of Shark Tank, right?
You're so tough, Mark.
Thank you very much. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Good luck. Congratulations.
Being here today, getting this opportunity, and then getting to deal with Mark makes me realize every single day, every tear, every struggle has been totally worth it.
You're going to regret that one, man.
We'll find out, right? It's not like I'm spending $10 million. This is an option on a big business. If it works, it's worth a lot of money. If it doesn't, I'm out time and $150K. So the risk reward is enormous. You know what? Worst case, my wife gives these away at Christmas. And
Yeah. You're gonna have a garage full of those things.
I know what we're getting from Mark for Christmas, guys.
Bon affaire!
Next up is a treasure hunter with a unique opportunity for the Sharks.
Ahoy, Sharks. My name is Mark Hargett. Okay, Sharks, here's a scuttlebutt. I'm a treasure hunter, and I found treasure. I found 1,200 tons of copper, silver, and gold ore sitting in the belly of the Mariposa, a ship that sank almost 100 years ago just off the coast of Alaska. Let me take you there.
Wow.
So you can see there's a lot of kelp, pretty strong currents. Going down the anchor line, you gotta hang on because the current will sweep you away. And there's the steam valve. You can see there's a lot more artifacts. Here's one of the fire bricks from the boiler.
Wow, very cool.
What was so cool about that, Rob?
I just love diving and treasure and...
That could have been a car in the Hudson River. So, Mark, what is your offer?
I need $250,000 for 25% of my business.
What do we get for that, Mark?
Well, you'll get 25% of the booty.
The booty being that ore, the rocks we're looking at
Well,
there?
there's more than that. There's artifacts. The wholesale value of the ore, I estimate at around $2.4 million. If I gather it all, if I get the right equipment.
Mark, how did you find the treasure?
Well, research is the key there. I'm a nautical amateur historian. I grew up in the marine industry. Well, I'm the seventh son of a seventh son of a son of a son of a sailor.
And are you the only person that knows the GPS coordinates of where it is?
Oh, heck no. This is a well-known wreck.
Oh, so why hasn't it been salvaged before?
Well, it has.
What gives you the rights to it, Mark?
Well, I filed a claim with the state of Alaska, basically a mineral claim.
If it's been salvaged before, how do we know with certainty that the ore is still there?
Here it is.
What's that?
Come and look.
Scared me when you
Now,
opened that.
hold your breath. I got some gloves here. This just came off the seafloor.
This is the ore?
No, this is actually
Ew, it
copper matte.
stinks.
This is ore.
Why does it smell so bad, Mark?
Well, because it was underwater a few days ago. Some of this is ore that hasn't been smelted, and some of this already has.
What does that mean, smelt it?
That means
it's
it's
denser.
concentrated.
It's denser.
So, Mark, let's
This is
say...
actually copper concentrate.
So you're assuming there's X amount of mineral down there.
where else would it go?
Well,
other
people could have salvaged
Yes, they
it.
have, but they picked the cherries off. They've gotten like the ship's wheel, and the whistle, and the propellers.
Do you think the entire 1,200 tons is still down there?
I don't see any reason why not.
And how much have you salvaged, and what type of dollars has that turned into?
Well, we've just salvaged a few hundred pounds so far because we're doing it by hand. If I get 3/4 of it, I'm thinking around $2.4 million wholesale.
How long would it take to salvage the entire mother load?
I know with the adductor system I want to build, it's basically like an underwater vacuum cleaner. It would take about a week, maybe 2.
That's it? Could have the entire mother load up?
Well, that's just a rough estimate.
What do you need the money for?
Well, I need equipment, crew. I need to build an adductor system, rent a barge.
Sounds like you have
lawyers,
the
guns,
equipment.
shark repellent, because there's real sharks that swim around. Yeah, there's real ones that swim around.
Okay, so Mark, if I want to invest in treasure hunting, there's many guys I can go to. I'm going to make that assumption. There's lots of competitors. If I just started to do my due diligence, why am I picking you?
Well, because I'm the captain to do this operation. Been marine salvage all my life. 21 years in the merchant marines. I've saved ships. I've had my life saved. I've saved others. This is, I'm the guy. I can do this for you.
Isn't there someone in your industry that you could easily go to and get the money? You're well known, you have the experience.
Well, that is true. You guys are Plan C, actually.
Plan C? It's good to know we're loved.
Well, Plan A is to do it by hand. Plan B was to take my early retirement. I have $500,000 in a retirement account.
Let me just ask this question. You have the rights for the minerals on this ship, correct? It was granted
Mineral rights, yes.
It was granted exclusively to you, which means you're the only one who can go down there, bring it up, and sell it. Since you have the exclusive rights, could you not simply take your rights, go to a big salvage company, and sell your rights to them?
I hadn't thought of that. Yeah,
Welcome to the Shark Tank.
Yes, yes. Great idea.
Mark, I get pitched this all the time. This treasure, that treasure, everybody.
You do?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
There goes my lunch meeting with you.
I've been pitched a lot of treasure hunts. Everybody talks a grand plan, but they never turn out the way they project. There's just too much risk here, Mark. I like you. I like what you're doing. You're a great guy, but I'm out.
I'm falling in love with the romance of the idea, you know, diving deep, salmon boats. You know, maybe I get into this investment, I can get my own patch over my eye and
talk like a pirate.
Yeah, and hang out
I
with
do
you.
want you to go diving on it with me.
I wouldn't have the slightest idea what you're telling me or what you're doing, or I couldn't even advise. I can't be of any help here. I'm sorry. I'm out.
Well, you want to forget about the money and just sign on as crew?
There you go.
Like Damon, I love the water. I love cars, but I really love boats. I've been a diver since I was 16 years old, PADI certified. In fact, I ran away from home when I was 17. I wanted to join the Navy. True story. So I love it. Love diving. Love everything about it.
Well, this is your chance, the golden ticket to the most money-making adventure you've ever had walk through these doors. That's right.
But this really isn't an investment today in the kind where I can see getting a return. I'm out. Thank you for coming here, though.
You bet.
You know what the deal lacks for me? First of all, knowledge. I have no knowledge of this, so I have to totally trust.
When has that ever stopped you before?
Yeah. But you know what? It lacks the sex appeal. I was hoping when you opened that big box, I was going to see crown jewels, some diamonds.
Well, it doesn't look like a treasure chest, that's true.
Somehow, seeing those rocks just didn't do it for me. I'm out. I just wish I had more sex appeal.
I think that the only person that's left is Kevin.
Very interesting. First time we ever had someone like you in the Shark Tank. I think there's lots of risk in this. It's not a slam dunk at all. It's just very expensive to get it out.
No, not really.
Well, we don't know that yet. Anyways,
well, the system that I want to use is basically like an underwater vacuum cleaner, an adductor.
I've actually seen it work on a Roman ship off the coast of Cyprus that I got involved in. And it's a long story, but that ship now sits in Carigna Castle. It's very expensive. It takes a lot longer than you think, and that's in warm water in the Mediterranean. Here's the thing, once you start, you can't stop. You got to finish it, otherwise the whole investment's worthless. So look, I'm not going to take the dive with you. Good luck to you, I'm out.
Okay.
Good luck with the treasure, Mark.
You bet. Thanks.
Well, you know, we've never had an investment here where one of the risks is real sharks.
Do you know why they haven't actually done that? Because the cost of taking it out is going to be more than $2 million. I mean, it's really expensive.
Next into the tank is a couple with a twist on a decadent dessert.
Hi, Sharks. My name is Florian Radke.
And my name is Shannon Radke. Thank you so much for having us. We're super excited to be here.
Our company is called Cinnaholic, and we're looking for $200,000 investment in return for 20% of our company. My background in brand marketing and with Shannon's talent for baking, we created the world's best cinnamon roll experience. At Cinnaholic, it's all about custom gourmet cinnamon rolls. We start you off with a fresh cinnamon roll right out of the oven, and then you can choose from over 30 different frosting flavors and 30 different toppings and create your own very unique cinnamon roll.
Today, we have a couple rolls prepared for you.
We're always hungry.
What do we have
So
here?
for Robert, we're making a caramel banana cream pie.
You are speaking my language, Shannon. And thank you very much.
There you go.
And for Barbara, we're doing our mocha almond roll.
There you go.
And for Kevin, we have our classic old school roll. It's vanilla frosting with strawberries.
Shannon, it's incredible.
Yay, thank you. And for Damon, we are doing our coffee cookie dough. Our cookie dough is made in-house.
Isn't that amazing?
Bless me, Florian. Bless me.
Wow.
And for Mark, we have our almond raspberry.
All right.
Thank you, Florian.
You're welcome.
Before I go on, how many calories are in this?
Well, in our typical old school roll, it's about 480, 500, depending on the size
In
of the
this?
roll. Yeah,
Yes.
it's about half the calories of our competitor.
All right, Sharks. We're here because we need your investment to open another location and start our cinnamon roll empire.
So, who's ready to make a sweet deal with us?
Did you say another location?
Yes.
Where's your current location?
Our current location is in Berkeley, California.
How many square feet?
It's about 650 square feet.
What are your sales in that store?
The sales last year were $260,000. And before we go into any more numbers, there's a little sweet secret to our cinnamon rolls that we haven't disclosed yet.
There's a secret to the cinnamon roll?
They're 100% dairy-free, egg-free, cholesterol-free,
Unbelievable. It tastes the
allergy-friendly,
opposite.
Really?
and 100% vegan.
Yes.
No.
There's 50 million Americans that have a dairy intolerance. There's another 5 million people who have severe food allergies, and the top 2 are dairy and eggs in children. So we have tons of moms coming in, and they ask, oh, my kid cannot have any dairy or eggs. Do you have anything for them? We say, yep, knock yourself out.
And out of the 260, what did you net last year?
17%, so 45,000.
And you sell them for like $4 a piece?
The average roll is $5.50.
Is there another path to big sales besides more retail stores?
We went away from thinking about wanting to go into retail, like maybe having it in Whole Foods or whatever, because we think our product is only that amazing if you have the same experience in the store.
Tell me what the 200,000 is going to get me.
The 200,000 will get you another store in San Francisco, and then from there we're going to go into franchising.
But you don't have enough money to go into franchising at that point because you have to get all the legal documents, you have to get all the state approvals.
Costs another $250,000.
Yeah, it's going to cost a lot of money to do that.
Let me get back to the food for a minute. This was so delicious, and it just dawned on me. When did you make this?
3 days.
It's 3 days
ago.
old?
Yes.
You're feeding us this stuff that tastes so good, it's 3 days old?
Exactly.
Do you guys do anything online, sell online at all?
We have a tiny little small online store just because we have demand. Hollywood celebrities heard about us and they wanted to order stuff. So in order to fulfill that, we just put a small little e-commerce store online.
You're doing quite well. The only thing, getting back to your numbers, is you put $1 million valuation on the single store.
It's a lot of buns.
And so you're making $45,000 for the investor. That means you're asking 22 times your pre-tax profit on a cinnamon bun store.
The $1 million valuation is on the brand and on the concept. We do believe that could be a national food chain.
I don't think your business model is that great because of my experience with Cousins Maine Lobster. Because on one food truck, they're selling $800,000 a year.
What?
That's working.
So because I've been spoiled rotten by their first truck and now their second truck, I'm out.
The challenge here is I want to be in this space, and I think I got a little jealous because of Barbara over here with Cousins Lobster. She's doing amazing. The numbers aren't there for me, so I don't think I can help you. I'm out.
Okay. This is so much like Wicked Good Cupcakes in Boston. It's the same thing.
Here comes a royalty deal.
Here comes a blood-sucking offer.
Silence, please. A cupcake operator in a retail location decided to change the model and go to shipping the product. All of a sudden, they leveraged themselves up 10,000%. Their sales went from 15,000 a week to 300,000. If people knew they could get this overnighted to them in a package of 6, you would get a whole online business that's extremely profitable going. And that may be more lucrative than opening up more retail space.
2 problems for me. One is the You're asking for $200,000. You're going to invest it all into a second store, and then it's gone. If it works, we then have to raise more money, which is not a problem, but then we try the franchise. That's one challenge. My other challenge is you're valuing the business at $1 million today. I don't see the value today, but I want to be involved. So here's my idea. All right. I'll give you the $200,000 for 40%, but I don't want to do another store. I really like the idea of putting them in a nice little package and shipping them out.
I think he should pay me a royalty for that idea. Right now.
I think people are going to go online. We put all the investments of that presence, and now that's a game changer.
All right. Is there anything you wanted to add?
I'm really contemplating screwing up Robert's offer.
Two sharks are out. Shannon and Florian have an offer from Robert, $200,000 for a 40% stake, but Kevin is also interested.
I'm really contemplating screwing up Robert's offer. What I like about my royalty program is I don't take any of your family's equity. I don't steal 40% like Robert's proposing.
You just take your family's legacy.
All right, here's an offer for you. No equity whatsoever.
Du bist Schwein?
No, but wait.
Cover your neck.
$200,000. I also do not want to see a second retail location. You have to go and actually...
My idea.
Actually, I think I brought that to the table originally. So, and my royalty would be $1.20 a unit. After I recoup my $200K, it drops down to 60 cents.
In perpetuity means forever.
But I've already proven this model in Wicked Cupcakes. It's wildly successful.
What are you going to do, Mark?
I'm going to listen. Do we have a chance to talk about the switching the business model real quick?
Okay.
We'll be back in one second. All right. So what do you think? Do you want another store, or should we just do online business? It would be so much easier. We don't have to handle employees that much and everything.
Mark, I know exactly what you're going to do, you little snake over there in the corner.
What am I going to do?
You're going to come in, listen to what they say, and then give them a nickel more and close the deal until they have the 10-second clock.
Yeah.
Come
That's
on.
not what I'm going to do.
You're going to say 250, 40%.
I will not give them a full 10 seconds. We really like your idea going into online shipping. We know our product ships well. We don't really like your business model.
Think about it. You'd rather sell 40% of your equity instead. Forever. That's in perpetuity, by the way.
Florian, I smell a counteroffer coming.
I would love to be able to negotiate with you a little bit. If there's a little wiggle room, maybe we can meet at 35.
Florian, here's where I'm at. I'm going to say this at the risk of Mark Cuban standing up and saying, I'll take that deal.
You know it, too.
I'm going to stay at the 40, and I'll tell you why. If it's worth 40, it's worth 35. It's a relative small amount. I mean, either we're going to be successful in a big way together, and I don't think the 5% will make a difference.
Do you have anything to add to it? Nothing?
All right, I think...
Whoa, don't do that.
Don't lose the deal. What are you going to say?
When there's something else on the table.
No, there's nothing on the table. Yeah, bird in the hand. There's nothing on the table. So, yeah, we would love to work with you.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, we were just about to lose it.